guys, welcome back. So before I get into the video today, again, I hope that you all are staying safe and healthy. It's been rough on us, as I'm sure it has been for you guys. It's a miracle that we're still surviving here, I'll say. I do have my 4 young kids at home, and if you've been watching my channel for it all, you also know that I work as a full-time oncologist. So I actually have been ramping up my work hours as well. And in the hospital, it's just really a madhouse over there, I will say. So we've been going through this for several weeks now, and I think all of us have been doing an amazing job kind of keeping our families together, keeping everyone safe. So I thank you for that. And I hope that you're enjoying these kind of YouTube videos. For me, at least, it's definitely an outlet. I don't want to talk about a lot of medical stuff because that is at my day job, and I want to kind of separate my YouTube channel from that as much as I can. It's hard to completely separate it because that's a huge part of my life, of course, but I just want to say that these kind of YouTube videos, though, for me are really more of an outlet, and it's a chance for me to kind of express my opinions and thoughts and share with you some fun things I enjoy in life and my hobbies. And likewise, I really get a lot out of YouTube as well, in the sense of I do turn to YouTube for a lot of my entertainment. There's only so many videos that you can watch, reruns of movies at home, and I love fresh content on YouTube to watch personally. So I hope you enjoy these videos, and as much as possible, I'm going to keep on making these videos for as long as I can. The schedule may be off, you may hear kids in the background, things are definitely changed over the past several weeks, but I hope that you're still enjoying this kind of content. For those of you who might be new here, thank you so much for watching this video. As I just mentioned, I'm a full-time working mom. I have 4 kids, and in my spare time, I love making these videos on fashion, beauty, mommy lifestyle, in addition to my reselling experience on Poshmark. So if those kind of things sound at all interesting to you, please consider checking out my videos linked down below, and please, please, please also consider subscribing too. So for today's video, I have another What's Sold video on Poshmark, and I just mentioned these times are really crazy and unconventional, so my sales have definitely been hurting, and largely because I just haven't been listing. And I haven't been listing for all the reasons I just mentioned. I really haven't listed for about 3 weeks at the time I'm making this video. So for the weeks that I'm covering, for March 8th and March 15th, I had not listed a single item. So you can see that my sales definitely reflect that. I also hadn't had a lot of time to share my closet, to interact on the app, just because life got crazy, life happens, as they say, and I just didn't have time to do it. And as a part-time reseller, I think I at least have the luxury to kind of put Poshmark sometimes on a back seat if I need to, because I have my full-time job and my family life to deal with. So that's kind of what happened a little bit. I didn't shut down my closet by any means, but I just wasn't quite as active as I was before. So that's kind of what you'll see in these sales. So I did make some sales, and I'm going to share with you every single sale as I always do, just so you can learn a little bit about my hits and my misses. And I will not be quoting all of my cost of goods in this video. If you're interested in cost of goods, I'll remind you that I have linked down below some of my haul videos, and in those haul videos I do highlight my cost of goods when I'm outsourcing, but I will just quote my earnings directly from Poshmark itself. So I'm just going to jump into the video, and for the first sale that I made during this 2-week period, it was this beautiful pair of Dansko. So it was a patent leather floral professional clog. They're really classic clog design, and it's funny, I was just talking about all of my day job, and Danskos are really what got me through residency and fellowship. Even when you're on call overnight in the hospital for over 24 hours, you need comfortable shoes, and Danskos really fit the bill. I mean, most people wear Danskos, I'll say, and usually this particular style is professional clog. And this clog, though, was super cute, and when I bought my clogs, I just had the very basic leather burgundy color. That was the main one I wore, but these were just really fun floral pop of color, as you can see here, perfect for this time of year, and it was in like new condition. There's a little bit of wear, but not much. So just a really gorgeous pair of shoes. They retail for $135, so pretty pricey. So this shoe ultimately did sell for a best offer price of $50. Poshmark fees are $10. So my net earnings were $40 on these pair of shoes. So as you've heard before, Danskos tend to sell pretty well on Poshmark, so I always look out for Danskos. Oftentimes the wear is a little bit too much that I can resell with. So you have to be a little wary of the amount of wear on there, especially these kind of shoes. They're workhorse shoes. So I wore mine into the ground. I wore it basically every night when I was on call. So for that reason, they do get beaten up quite a bit. So you just need to watch about wear when you purchase them if you're outsourcing. But this particular pair was in excellent condition. So if you see a pair like this, definitely snatch it up. So next item that sold was my first swimsuit of the season. So it was this beautiful LA Hearts palm print one-piece swimsuit with some really cute cutout designs on the sides. I love this swimsuit. I thought about keeping it myself, but especially nowadays, I have no idea when I'm going to get out to the beach, nor am I going to be in feeling well enough, I'll say, to put myself into a swimsuit. But I decided to move it along for that reason. But it was just a really cute, gorgeous one piece. And these days, I tend to just wear one pieces, I'll say. I'm definitely not in as good enough shape as I'd like to be to wear a two-piece right now, at least by any means. So one pieces are where it's at for me. And this was a gorgeous one piece. Excellent condition. It was a size medium. So ultimately I did accept a best offer price of $17. Poshmark fees are $3.40 and my net earnings were $13.60. Even though most of us are in shelter at home right now and not thinking about going to the beaches, at some point we will get back there and we will need swimsuits. So I still am going to try to stock up swimsuits in my closet. As is true for a lot of you though, I'm really not sourcing right now at all because you can't, and also it's not necessarily, I'll say, responsible from a health perspective. So I haven't sourced for such a long time. I don't know when we're going to be able to get back out there, but when we do, I'm going to be looking for swimsuits, that's for sure. Right now, I've been very lucky or unlucky because I had a huge death pile to work through. So that's my goal, is I'm just slowly trying to work through that death pile. I also am using this as an opportunity to source my own personal closet too and kind of clean things out. So that's kind of what I'm focusing on now. But at some point, we will get back out there sourcing. I'm not sure when, but we will when they tell us it's okay. And I'm definitely going to be looking for more swimsuits. I just don't have a lot of it in my closet. But as you can tell, I mean, these things definitely move. So be on the lookout for good quality and good condition swimsuits once we're able to get back out there sourcing. The next item was this gorgeous Anthropologie top from Tiny, and it was a mixed media print blouse. It had some beautiful lace crochet details at the sleeves with some embellishments. It also had a really nice woven front and a knit back. So I just love these kind of mixed media tops. I think they are so interesting and just gorgeous, and this particular one was really, really cute as well, as you can see here. And it was in excellent condition, really no significant flaws at all. It was in a size medium. So I did accept a best offer price of $24. Poshmark fees were $4.80. So my net earnings were $19.20 on this top. Just a gorgeous top. Anthropologie doesn't always move for me, especially the tops, but this one moved really quickly, I'd say in less than a month. So I think if you find a really cute design like this, they still definitely move. The next item was a really unique pair of jeans from ModCloth. As you can see here, the style was called the Rainbow With Me. It was a wide leg jean. It was in size 20 short or petite, and it was new a tag. So I was excited to find these pair of jeans. I hadn't found ModCloth jeans much before. I have some of the dresses and I found some tops, but I haven't found jeans prior to this one. And this was new a tag and an awesome design. So it had this embroidered rainbow really down the front and the back, as you can see here. So really, really unique style. The wide leg, of course, is trending now as well, so I was excited to see that. The only thing I wasn't so sure about was the fact that it was a short inseam, but you know, it moved nonetheless pretty quickly. So the inseam on this particular pair of jeans was 29 inches, so not too short, I'll say, but I wasn't sure how that would do. Nonetheless, I did accept a best offer price of $40. Poshmark fees were $8, so my net earnings were $32. So such a unique pair of jeans, and this moved really quickly, I'd say in less than a month as well, for a pretty decent price point, so I was very happy about that. So again, these really unique styles tend to do pretty well too. So if I see some ModCloth jeans out there when I'm sourcing in the future, I definitely will consider them again. The next item that sold was this gorgeous 100% cashmere everyday striped sweater from J.Crew. It was gorgeous. I love the feel of this. 100% cashmere, you cannot go wrong. It was in excellent condition. However, when I was photographing it, I did see two small little pinholes on the ribbed trim, or the rib hem, I should say, which I did disclose, of course. And that's what happens oftentimes in cashmere. The fabric is so delicate that oftentimes you have these little holes. So I was very careful looking for flaws when I purchased this, but when I got home, of course, that's when I found it. So of course, that's always super frustrating, but you know, I disclosed it, and the price point that I listed it at definitely reflected some of the flaws. But besides those small pinholes, excellent condition, no other significant signs of wear, super soft sweater as well, really classic design. So ultimately, I did decide to send out an offer to Likers on this beautiful sweater of $36. Poshmark fees were $7.20, and my shipping discount was $2.12. So my net earnings were $26.68 on the sweater. So I made some profit, not a huge profit, definitely not as much as I probably could have made if there were no flaws, but I was happy to see this move along, especially as we're heading more into the warmer season. I really want to move along my sweaters and cashmere as well, so I was happy this one sold, that's for sure. So next items that sold was a bundle. My only bundle of this time period is a bundle of 3 items, which the buyer actually bundled herself, and then I sent her an extra discounted offer as well. So it was 3 items, which are kind of unique. The first one was this pair of Icewear Iceland wool Angora nylon gray pants in a size medium. So it's a beautiful wool Angora blend. I'm not familiar with this brand at all. It was called Icewear, but I just thought the materials were nice. It was a really nice, cozy kind of lounge pants in a very classic gray color, which I thought was really nice, especially as a lot of us are sheltering in place right now. I thought this was really a cute pair of pants. So I had, of course, purchased this before shelter in place happened, but I'm not surprised it sold around this time. And if I hadn't mentioned before, this was in a size medium and in really excellent condition. The next item that sold as a part of this bundle was this Caslon pullover tunic sweater in a size small. Very basic kind of sweatshirt type of tunic. It was from Caslon, which is a brand sold at Nordstrom, and in excellent condition. It had really nice pockets in the front as well. Just a very, very classic charcoal gray basic. You just can't go wrong. I have had this in my closet for probably a year now though, and I think the problem is it's just a little bit too much of a basic maybe. And then the third item was an item that really was only in my closet, I'd say, for a few weeks, and I was a little surprised about that. I was regretting purchasing this a little bit after I brought it home, because I really tell myself I cannot purchase a lot of these lower end price items because it is quite an investment to prep the item, to list them, to do measurements, and for an item where you know you're not going to get a huge return on just because of the nature of what the item is, to me, I wasn't sure how worthwhile that would be for my business model at least. But when I was outsourcing, I just couldn't pass this up because I thought it was just so inspirational. And again, maybe it's the time of year too when a lot of us are looking for inspiration. I think maybe this did better than it would otherwise have done. But it was this t-shirt from a brand called Fuego, and I haven't heard of this brand before, but it was new at tag, and that's really why I picked it up. And on the price tag, I saw that it retailed for $23. So I thought that was a decent pickup for that reason. Really, if it was not new at tag, I would not have picked this up, I'll say that. But because of the situation and the new at tag situation, I decided to give it a try. I kind of like checking out new brands too. And the graphic says, "Don't look back, you're not going that way." So I thought that was super inspirational. I always have to remind myself of that because I always second guess decisions I make and look back and see if I can do things better. I think it's always good for self-reflection, but in general, you always want to kind of think about moving forward. So I love the sentiment behind this. So this particular t-shirt was in a size small and ultimately was bundled together with the other 2 items. So for this particular bundle, again, I did send the buyer an extra discounted price of $40 for all 3 items, and Poshmark fees were $8, so my net earnings were $32 on this particular bundle. Of course, I always love selling bundles. I really enjoy seeing how people put things together. It kind of gives me an idea of what customers are looking for and the types of styles that fit well together. So I'm always excited about bundles, and even though I try not to pick up lower price point items, I think this is what they're perfect for, is for bundling. So I think you just need to have a mix. I think that I can't go in any one direction. I think if there's items out there that speak to me, I always will consider picking them up no matter what the price point, because there's always a niche or an area where that particular item can fit into your closet, at least in my opinion. And then I have one final sale for these 2 weeks, so I told you this would be short and sweet. But the final sale was this really cool, trendy pair of jeans from AG, or Adriano Goldsmeed. It was called the Stevie Cuff Jean, and it was intentionally cuffed and frayed at the hems, as you can see here. And it was in excellent condition, of course. And it was, I would say, a mid-rise jean. The rise was 8 inches. The inseam was 25.5 inches. But a really cool style going into the spring and summer months. And AG Jeans does, in general, pretty well. Not as well for me as I had experienced, I'd say, last year, but they're still moved pretty well. There definitely is a following for AG jeans, and this particular design I think was a kind of a unique one. So this particular pair of jeans actually sold for my full asking price, which I was happy and surprised about. It sold for $50. Poshmark fees were $10, and my net earnings were $40 on these pair of jeans. So I was very excited to move these pair of jeans along. I have quite a number of AG jeans still in my closet. I really love the line personally as well. So this particular jean was kind of a more unique style, which I think is why I did pretty well. And also was not sitting in my closet very long. I'd say it sat in my closet definitely less than a month. So definitely a good pickup for me. So there you have it. Those were 2 weeks of sales from March 8th that week and then the week of March 15th. So overall, I made some decent sales. I'll say pretty steady considering I did not list a single item and was not very active on the app. And that's what happens in life. I think sometimes you just have to kind of prioritize things, and really Poshmark over these past few weeks was not my huge priority, I'll be quite honest. But I was happy that I was still able to make sales despite that. And that's what's nice about Poshmark. You're still able to have some sales roll in just based on the work you did before, even if you haven't had much time to put in for those particular weeks. So I'm very, very thankful for that. And to any of you who might have purchased these items, thank you so, so much. I really, really appreciate you supporting me. So if you have any questions about these sales or my Poshmark experience, as usual, please leave them in the comments down below. Please also, of course, consider subscribing if you haven't done so already. So again, I thank you so much for watching and for your support of my channel. I hope you stay safe, and I will plan to see you again in my next video. Take care. Bye.